Referee Paul Simpkins, video referee Graham West. The latter vastly experienced. Paul Simpkins, 75 first grade games behind him. And we are underway with the Bears defending the southern end of Bruce Stadium in this first half. And the veteran Gary Larson, first man to touch the football in this game. The Bears about 18 out from their own line, make that 22 now. Jamie Fitzgerald playing lock forward for the Bears. Haven't seen much of him. They tell me he's more than a handy player, though.
This has been a problem area for the Bears. Just holding on to the football long enough to put any pressure on the opposition. They did it okay a couple of weeks ago. Last week against Canterbury, it was a very, very ordinary first half. I'm sure that's what Coach Kieran Dempsey wants them to do, to be still in the hunt at half-time. And to do that, they've just got to play it really simple and with some patience. On the last tackle, as North Sydney take the clearing kick, let's say good afternoon to a former Grizzly Bear on the sideline, Mario Fennick.
Yeah, good afternoon, boys. Cool conditions, perfect winter weather for rugby league today. Canberra walking in the semi-final tightrope. They certainly need to win today. As we see Leslie Vanicalo there, a good young player for Canberra. North Sydney, they're looking at their side on paper, have the potential to certainly challenge this Canberra side. Let's hope North Sydney can emulate their second half performance last week when they stormed home against the Bulldogs.
A 40-20 kick. North Sydney coming up with the loosened feed. So that worked out really nicely for the Bears, who will mount some pressure here after just 2.5 minutes of play. So important for them psychologically to get a good start in this game. Here's Eichen trying to weave some magic. The pass away. Anthony Swan to play it. About 15 metres out from Canberra's line. Petherbridge fires the ball off to his right.
Well, Jamie Goddard, the man that did that 40-20 kick, took ages to get to the scrum, some sort of problem, but now gone to dummy half. So he seems to be all right. Taylor with the inside ball around the posts, the middle of the field.
Good chance for North Sydney. Taylor taking them on, slipped a beautiful pass to Michael Buechner. And that's the first 4-pointer of this match to North Sydney. Great way for the Bears to start.
Well, this was the kick out of dummy half, just inside the 40-metre zone. And you'll see here it runs down. Probably not enough desperation there. I mean, had Vanicolo realised that was a 40-20 kick, well, he could have made a lunge at the ball. He had nothing to lose. Taylor taking the line on, steps inside one player, finds Buechner on the fly, and virtually untouched he goes.
As we watch one of the best goal kickers in the business, Jason Taylor, from 15 metres out and about 10 metres to the right of the post. 76% in 1999, and he misses it. Well, there's a jinx job for you, if ever there's been one. 4-0. North Sydney, centre field, 21 out from their own line. 4-0 up. Taylor races to the line again before offloading to Petherbridge. He's got some pace. Support back on the inside. The Canberra swarming defence is there. Now it stacks on the middle. The football's loose. Knocked down in flight. Well, North Sydney looking pretty good early in this game.
Looking great. Jason Taylor, who created the first try. You see he goes to the line and just finds the winger with a bit of space. They had the numbers, the Raiders, but they were jammed in too tight. That chase there from Rod Jensen just reeling his man in. The inside ball from Swan. Well, Brett Mullins saw it coming and got a hand to it.
Well, no doubt if Swan had his time over again, he would have just gone to ground with that football, but they come up with an okay result anyway with the scrum feed. Now from Eichen. Here's Sears. He's got plenty of pace. He cuts them wide open. Matty Sears. They won't catch him. It's try number 2 for North Sydney. Early in this game, beautiful individual effort by the Bears fullback. And he gets across for his 4th try of 1999, and it's 8-0 with a kick to come.
Well, it's all the North Sydney Bears so far. You won't believe the man who missed the tackle, David Tapp. You just said a notable defender, and hardly misses one of these, but you just see Laurie Daly out wide, goes a little bit high on Sears, really didn't commit himself into the tackle hard enough. And Matt Sears, with a man of his speed, was never going to be caught there. McClendon made a few metres on him, but he had too much of a jump on him once he got around the tackle of Laurie Daly.
Jason Taylor, 20 out, 12 metres in from touch. Missed an easy conversion a little earlier. That's got plenty of height. It's hit the upright. Well, Jason Taylor not having a happy day with the boot, but playing very well in general play. After 10 minutes, 8-0 to North Sydney. After almost 20 minutes of play, centre of the field, 25 out from North Sydney's line. McFadden switching the point of the attack. Got the call from Laurie Daly. Now an inside pass to Jason Croker. Tackled 15 out. Out of the short side with Burnham. Got looking for support. Found it 2 here with Brad Kelly. 5 metres out. Good sustained pressure from Canberra. Will they resort to the kick once again? Daly, this time it's a grubbing kick in behind the goal area. That's going to be a try, all right, to Andrew McFadden. Canberra coming up with a 4-pointer.
A little bit of luck, you said. Well, a lot of luck. I think the Bears may have had this covered, but you don't get a better bounce than that, do you? Straight off the upright, back into the hands of the halfback, who was well onside. Couldn't have been better placed if Laurie Daly had tried to do that. And he's over.
And Bruce Stadium bathed in sunshine. Williamson gets the flags in the air. 8-6 at Bruce Stadium after 21 minutes of play. Canberra has the best of the penalties after 22 3/4 minutes in this game. So chance for Raiders now to get themselves in front on the scoreboard for the first time in this game. Burnham offloading this time to Mark Corvo. Corvo's been very busy in this match so far. Now Burnham, Daly, now Croker, and Croker will be halted 5 metres short of the North Sydney line. 8-6 in favour of the Bears. Big run by the front row of the Vico. No problem planting that down for a 4-pointer. Some feeble North Sydney defence. He was too big and strong, like a Mack truck. 10-8 with the kick to come.
Goddard goes fairly high. Sears, well, he was over the top as well. Just got shrugged off. He got hold of the football on Luke DeVico, but just gave him the big shrug. His second try for the season. And a very important one that's got the Raiders back in front on the scoreboard, and they need to get a roll on before this half-time break.
They struck that sweetly. And another 2 points for the Canberra side. They lead 12-8 after 25 minutes.
Yeah, the Bears getting off their line very well there. They realise that the match will get pretty well out of hand if they let the Raiders score as easily as they did that last one.
Nice quick hands from Daly out to McGlendon. McGlendon's got loads of pace. He bursts down the left flank, gets to the fullback, Matt Sears. Also coming across there in cover was Jamie Goddard, who did well. Vainicolo to Daly. 25 metres out. Daly's got loads of time. He's throwing dummies. Ended up offloading to McFadden. Burnham to Laurie Daly, looking for the kick towards the corner. Mullins is there. Can he get his hands on it? No. A set play. Mullins signalled to Daly to do exactly that.
Playing the advantage of deliberately holding back a professional foul.
Wade Horder being sent to the bin by referee Paul Simpkins for a professional foul.
Playing your advantage.
This is the penalty here. You see Vainicolo coming, trying to support McClendon on that run. Horder holds him back. In fact, pulls him out of the play and probably has affected it there. He couldn't get into a good position in support. And rightly, the linesman and the referee played the advantage. That's why they took the penalty way back. Laurie Daly, a great offload to Furner.
They keep coming, the Raiders, with Brad Kelly. Great offload by Laurie Daly. So more pressure now by the Green Machine. They're 5 metres out and on the attack with a deep back line set to the left from Daly. Out to McFadden. He finds some space. Long looping pass out to Leslie Vainicolo, who goes a couple of metres before being met by Butner and also by Morrison.
Well, that
now
long pass.
Away to Kennedy, looking for support. Touched by North Sydney. And 6 more tackles. Play on. McFadden away. This time it's Brad Kelly. Can he get it away? 10 metres out. Canberra with all the possession. David Furner goes to the line. Foul Brett Mullins. Try time for the Canberra fullback. Try number 12 in season 1999. And Canberra are starting to carve North Sydney up here at Bruce Stadium. 16-8 with the kick to come. Let's see how he goes from wide out. He struck that okay. It's heading towards the post and hits the upright. He couldn't get the extras, but Canberra now leading by 8. It's 16-8 in favour of the home side. Here's Mullins away to Mark McGlendon. About 18 metres out. Vainicolo, this time to Damien Kennedy. Good strong run. Driving the big legs upfield, and he's tackled on the North Sydney 10-metre line. Wolford. Away to Corvo. McFadden to Daly. Now to Furner. That pass taken by Rod Jensen. Can he get it away? Jensen. Another chance for Canberra. This time it's Williamson. I don't think he's got the ball down cleanly. That looked as though he bounced the ball.
But it was forced.
The referee, in fact, was right in front of it, but he's done the right thing. If you're not sure, let the video ref have a look in slow-mo.
That's what the technology's there for.
I just personally think, looking at this angle as well, you'll see he loses control of it at this point, just before it gets down. You'll see it bounce. I don't know.
I agree, Mario. No, I think he
that.
hasn't got control of that, and it should be ruled a no try. In slow-mo, it may have just looked like it was, but, well, turn that up.
Attempting to convert his own try. I put the mocker on quite a few people today. 20 points to 8 after 35 minutes of play here at Bruce Stadium. McFadden away to Jason Croker. Canberra winning the last 10 matches by 13+ points. So they're very consistent in that regard. Run by Vainicolo. Now McFadden out to Laurie Daly. There's troops in motion here for Canberra. Chance for Petherbridge. They won't catch this man. He picks it up. Jensen's in for shoot. He's over the 20. 10 out. A diving tackle from Jensen. But Petherbridge will get the try for North Sydney. Just prior to half-time.
Just have a look at that, just see who it comes on.
Simpkins not overly sure.
That ball from Mullins meant for Williamson. Didn't come off. May have been just because he was in the tackle there, he couldn't get a real good pass. And Petherbridge scooting away, as you said, very, very quick. Jensen, well, he got the ankle tap on him, but his momentum took him over. And the Bears are back in it before half-time. The Raiders scored a lucky one earlier. Well, they've had their own slice of luck here this afternoon.
Hasn't landed a goal, despite 2 earlier attempts this afternoon. He struck that one pretty well. It's hit the upright again. Jason Taylor. Can't believe this. It's 20 points to 12, 1 minute out from half-time. Bouncing right in front of the Canberra fullback. Look at Brett Mullins go with you. He's away down the left-hand side of the field. Buettner can't get hold of him. He had 3 snatches. Matty Sears collides with him.
He's pushed Buettner off at least twice there with good fends.
Oh, magic hands from Laurie Daly. How did he pick that up? They keep it alive from Wolford to McFadden. It's out now with Williamson. Canberra coming back at them again just prior to the break. What about Laurie Daly's hands? The ball drifting forward of him. Beautiful stuff by the champion 5'8". He's got the ball again. Kicks towards the corner. Matty Sears is there for North Sydney. He'll be tackled by McClendon. And that finishes off a reasonably exciting first half of football here at Bruce Stadium, where the Raiders lead North Sydney by 20 points to 12.
And here we go. We have liftoff. And it's lights out and away we go. Oh, what a hit! We might just be in for something special. The most extraordinary, captivating drama. Unbelievable stuff. We've witnessed a miracle. Ring your friends, text them, whatever. Get the tally on now. How good is that? World class. This is absolutely epic.
It is me the pitch here.
That is truly unbelievable. Absolutely brilliant.
If that doesn't get you off the couch at home, nothing will.
If you want to bowl faster tomorrow, you need sports nutrition you can trust today. INT Sports Nutrition is banned substance tested and Informed Sports certified. INT Sports Nutrition, powering tomorrow, today.
Ash lost 50 kilos thanks to the Man Shake. Dave lost his beer belly without losing all the beers. And Josh dropped the kilos easy and feels better than ever thanks to the Man Shake. Save 25% off today at themanshake.com.au.
Julio bought cheap car insurance with cheap accident repair. Don't risk bargain regret. Next time join the A-Team, hey Julio. Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Amy does.
A Man Called Otto is life-affirming and joyous.
Don't brag.
It's how movies are meant to make us feel.
My life was black and white before Sonia. She was the color.
It's one of Tom Hanks' best performances.
Otto!
A Man Called Otto in cinemas now.
Harvey Norman clearance on now. These JBL wireless headphones made for kids, just $48. Save big on Nokia T20 tablet, $348. Oppo A77 5G, hot deal, under $400. Harvey Norman clearance on now.
Unleash the play in you. It's nerve or nothing.
When you're in a I deserve a little treat kind of mood, you need iced coffee and you need it deluxe. Hazelnut, vanilla or caramel. Make your day a cream on top kind of day with a McCafe Deluxe Iced Coffee.
When they met earlier this year, the Raiders thrashing North Sydney 37-8. That was at Stadium Australia in round 9. Canberra's record victory over North Sydney here at Bruce Stadium, the biggest ever margin, was 46 points to 12 on the 26th of May 1996. 8 points in it, and North Sydney good enough to challenge Canberra on their home turf. Mark Corvo, what a powerful first half he had, the number 10 for Canberra. Some good work by the Raiders again, 35 out from their own line. Woolford electing to go for a little run and got the pass away too to Mullins there in support. Mullins brushing his way through them. And now they're 5 metres on North Sydney's side of halfway.
Good to see him up there. Brett Mullins keen to get involved, although a knee problem. He's got himself involved very early in the second half by backing up his hooker, but he's not happy. I imagine he's going off the field. He's shaking the head, very upset about a knee injury he sustained in that tackle. Let's just have a look at it here. Larson comes over the top. Trindle's underneath. It's his left knee.
He's re-injured his kneecap. If you can recall, a few weeks ago, he'd been out for a couple of weeks. He damaged his kneecap. And what's happened is he's re-injured the kneecap. So, thankfully, it's not serious ligament injury. And hopefully, he'll be back next week. But he will not return for this game.
Raiders fans trying to lift their side. 11 metres out. Great chance for them to just about put North Sydney away in this game. Woolford out of dummy half, back to Furner. He got away from them. Big Larson coming at him though, and he drops him 5 metres out. Good chance for Canberra. Here's McFadden, puts a little head down. McFadden's going to stroll through them. Gets the football down under the black dot. That's too easy, North Sydney. You've got to compete better than that.
They waited for him for a moment. He goes at the line. He has a player inside. O'Mealy and Morrison both got there, and neither one really committed to the tackle. Almost waiting for the other player to go in and make it. I know he's a small player, but you still have to go in hard. And McFadden, his second of the day, and that one was almost as easy as the first.
A gift 2 points. And there it is, 26 to 12. Downstairs to Mario Fennick.
Yeah, initially when he got the football, McFadden, I thought it was the bad option because he got the ball standing still and then accelerated and went through some feeble attempted defence. And that's, as I said a couple of times in this particular game, not good enough in first grade. And that is a fatal blow to North Sydney's chances in this game today.
Yeah, North Sydney's defence on their own line has been found wanting, hasn't it, big time?
It's been a problem for a while around the middle of the edge of the ruck, and look at it now. They have opened up badly.
In a huge way. Here's McFadden again. He slips and falls on the North Sydney 30. Away the little man. Sears lying all over him. Referee telling him to get up. Now Jason Croker.
Help! Help!
Canberra finding holes all over the park. Now McFadden has Ruben Wiki running with him. I thought Wiki almost was tackled without the football. Laurie Daly. His body's in motion. McGlinden about 15 metres out. McGlinden's got his head down. 26 to 12 in favour of the Raiders, and they're looking for another try. Daly, Ruben Wiki, hard and straight, met by O'Mealy and Morrison.
They're struggling on the left here, the Bears. Laurie Daly sees it. He comes out wide.
Oh, almost an intercept.
Well, they were gone. Had Buettner not got his hands to that, there was one more defender outside of him, Wade Horder, and 3 Raiders coming through. All Laurie Daly wanted to do was get the ball out wide. He tried to do that, but the hand comes out of Michael Buettner, and he has saved a certain try.
Back to live pitches. Laurie Daly, he's going to get there. The Canberra skipper, no, held up, no try. They roll him over. McFadden to feed the scrum. Now McClendon. Croker, the lock forward. Croker will get there, maybe. He's got it down. A try for all money. To the Canberra lock forward, Jason Croker. He scores a lot of tries like that. That's his 9th of the season. And it's 30 points to 12 now at Bruce Stadium after 51 minutes.
Well, fair dinkum, they have gone soft, the Bears. Laurie Daly was held up. They have the scrum and first tackle, an inside ball. How many North Sydney defenders are there? Well, he slips out of Jason Taylor's tackle with ease, carries a couple over the line and manages to plant the ball. Just an inside pass, very, very simple. Taylor coming across on the inside. All he ends up with is Jason Taylor's boot. One shoe on, one shoe off. Drags a couple over the line. A very, very strong man for his size. And he has time to look up at the ref and say, hey, I got it down.
And struck that in an ordinary manner. Pushes it across the face of goal. Scoreline remains Canberra 30, North Sydney 12. North Sydney have produced a very disappointing effort this afternoon again. Here's Canberra. Laurie Daly. Loping pass out to Jason Croker. He's going to get try number 2. The Canberra lock forward. Jason Croker. Try number 10 for the season. North Sydney cannot compete here this afternoon.
Daly, one off the ruck, going sideways. They're all waiting for them, the Bears.
How would you like to be Matt Sears, Gary, every time he looks up?
Well, the problem there for Michael Buettner was that there were players on the inside that Laurie Daly cut out. That's why he had marked up a little bit in tighter. But Jason Croker, how simple was that for him?
This is becoming embarrassing. Now Luke Williamson attempts a conversion from wide out. 21 out. Looks good as it leaves the boot. He's going to rub some more salt into the wound. A magnificent kick by Luke Williamson. 36 to 12, Mario Finnick. The Swan turning the ball back inside to Michael Buettner. He'll play at 31 out from the Canberra line to Jason Taylor. Now Larson. Upfield he goes, met by Wilford. In 14 is Paul Stringer for North Sydney. And they're some 12 metres out, North Sydney. Now the short side raid by David Hicks. He got to be within 1 metre of the line. Taylor, a long pass out to Ben Aiken. Larson looking for support. Almost got there, has got there. Gary Larson carrying them across the line with him. The big fellow getting a 4-pointer. Had the ball in the right paw. Thought about passing, realised he could get there himself.
Yeah, he just pushed Mark McClendon off. In fact, McClendon had him, tried to drag him to the ground. A really good long ball there from Taylor. Aiken gives it to Larson. McClendon just grabbed hold, went to the ground, but didn't hold on. Larson rolls out of the tackle and puts it down. Never held.
He's missed a few this afternoon. And there is another he's missed. Having a horror day with the boot, the North Sydney skipper. Most unlike him. 36 to 16 in favour of Canberra, with 20 remaining on the clock. A metre out, Petherbridge. Morrison, across they come to the right. Picked up now by McFadden. He's got some space to move to. McFadden, how far can he go, the little fellow? Sears and Petherbridge come from behind to claim him. He's an excitement machine, the little bloke. North Sydney struggling to get back on side. Canberra only have to shift the ball to the left. They've got a huge overlap out here on the open side.
Oh, McClendon decided to go on his own, and Buettner read it. Not a very good play, that, but I said before, why would Brett Mullins come on the field? And unfortunately, he has some sort of arm, I think maybe a shoulder injury from a try saver that he made before on Anthony Swan in the left-hand corner.
Now Burnham for the Canberra side. Off to Luke Tabico. Back to Burnham. He's got Croker with him. That's Croker now. Scorer of 2 tries this afternoon. McClendon. Vainicolo searching for the line. Tackled by Matty Sears, who's had plenty of defensive work to do. Now McClendon. He won't get it down.
He came for the line. Change over.
And it's the last tackle. Not realising, even if you're held up on the last tackle over the line, you do not get... He thought he was going to get held up over the line and get the scrum feed back, but Of course, it's a turnover to North Sydney.
Wade Horder for North Sydney spent 10 minutes in the sin bin for a professional foul midway through the first half of this game. Larson, ball comes out the back. Oh, Canberra's got it back. Simpkins will tell them to play it.
Oh, they've got to throw it right, and they're all offside, the Bears.
Daly, loose pass. It went behind Luke Williamson, picked up by Rod Jensen. 15 metres out. Look at Jensen. He's just strolling across the field. No one came out of the line to tackle him. Taylor got him around the legs. 10 out. Canberra through Furner. David Furner stepping. Graceful looking back rower. Terrific on his feet. 5 metres out. Plays it to Burnham. Now McFadden. McFadden trying to weave some magic. Found Brad Kelly. Can he get there? Half a metre short. North Sydney scrambling defence equal. Long passing. Furner. An even longer pass to Vayner-Colo. Croker again. It's try time. Try number 3 for the Canberra lock forward. He's loving this. Look at the smile on his dial.
The ball comes out wide. Furner, a great pickup on the half volley. Gets one over the top. Buettner's caught out coming in. And you just see that quick hands from Vayner-Colo. Buettner coming back. Goddard's out there as well, doing a bit of extra work, the hooker, but he got wrong-footed by Croker, as did his teammate. And Croker, 3 in a row for the Raiders.
11th try of the season for the Canberra lock forward. Furner struck that perfectly. From the moment it left the boot, it was 2 points. 42-16. North Sydney losing the plot. There's an awful pass picked up by David Furner. Furner going upfield and miraculously got the pass away to Rod Jensen. He's got the fullback to beat. He's going to be pulled up a metre short by Petherbridge. Can he get up and play it? Petherbridge all over him. Luke Williamson, Laurie Daly elects to go on his own. Got the pass back to McGlinden. 9 metres out from the North Sydney line. 42-16. Can the Raiders get another one? McFadden diving for the line. Now Wolford. Out to Jason Croker. Croker. Try number 4 for Jason Croker. And that was the easiest one of the 4 this afternoon. Jason Croker. 4 tries to the lock forward.
This is David Furner with a bit of a bust. And you watch this little flick out the back for Rod Jensen. A great run from him. Just manages to get inside of Sears. Petherbridge hangs onto him a metre from the line. 2 tackles later, the long ball comes from dummy half. Croker, 2 men to beat, shows the football. Well, that cover defender, David Hicks, all he got was the big fend from Jason Croker.
Moves in. Has struck it quite well, but it's just waved away. It only missed by an inch or 2. At the 79th minute, 46-16 in favour of the home team. And the North Sydney players, you could just see the frustration was becoming overwhelming for them the last 15 minutes. It went from bad to worse for them. Seconds out from full time as DeVico streaks upfield. They might get the half century. There's support there. No, it went forward. No, it went forward. The referee calls it back.
Well, Todd Payton thought he'd scored a beauty there. He did well to carry some players over, but in fact it had gone forward, and referee Paul Simpkins calls full-time.
And what about that for a full-time scoreline? Canberra 46, the Bears 16. That was after the Raiders led by 20 points to 12 at half-time. Just piling on the points in the second half. Many good players for them. McFadden had an absolutely terrific second half for Canberra number 7. But really the likes of Luke DeVico and Mark Corvo laying the foundation for a great Canberra victory.